Please, the show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Hey everyone, this is your girl Patrice Grimble, Miss SC Book Gal 843. And how are you tonight? This Labor Day has been beautiful. I've been kind of down, but I am back up and I am good and I am ready for tonight. I have a new author and a new book. So y'all know, go ahead and get your pens, your papers, everything you need so you can write this one down. And this one, perfect timing. That's all I'm gonna say. She's gonna tell you why it's perfect timing for this one, okay? But tonight we're bringing up the author of Shapes, author Howard. Come on up, girlie. How are you?
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us tonight. So, before we go any further, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, hello, I'm Shay Brian Howard. I am a 35-year-old author, filmmaker, photographer, graphic designer, uh, sickle cell advocate. September is Sickle Cell Awareness Month, uh, and also mental health advocate.
So now you guys see why I said this book is like right on time. Oh, y'all still don't know yet? Okay, we're gonna take this a little step further, but y'all gonna have to stay tuned. So, out of all of those things you just named, which one is the most important to you and why?
Um, I would. It's a dual answer, but
Okay.
all in all, I mean, it still goes back to advocacy. My sickle cell and mental health advocacy means the most to me. I feel like that's my true passion, and I feel like everything else that I do is gifts and tools that enables me to relate to others and to help bring more awareness and education about sickle cell, about kidney disease, about mental health. So yeah.
So, you guys, this month is National Sickle Cell Awareness Month, okay? I want to ask you, what does that mean to you?
Well, it means work because a lot of people tend to want to know more during this month more than any other month. Um, so because I'm an advocate, I try to find different ways to bring more education, bring more unity and collaboration in my community. So for me, it means I'm going to be having panel discussions that I've put together and I'm hosting. It means that I'm going to be publishing my issue 2 to my sickle cell magazine later this month. So it just means that there is a lot to do with a little bit of time, but I try to make it happen.
So, on this screen, you guys see this beautiful book cover, Shapes. Now, look at the hearts and think about what we just said. Wow, Miss Howard tells us a little bit about this story.
All right, so Shapes. By the way, I actually designed that cover myself, so I'm very proud of it. Um,
Okay.
yes, Shapes is a sickle cell love story. It's a fiction novel, and it's about four couples, eight main characters who all have sickle cell at some type of sickle cell, and it just covers love at every capacity. So it you know in the book there is the main character Dara, and I'm sorry, Dior. Her daughter is Dara, and Dior, she has, like I said, she has a daughter, so it has parental relationships, it has romantic relationships. She's running away from an abusive relationship, and she ends up finding, you know, someone unexpectedly and falls in love. And unbeknownst to her, this guy actually has sickle cell too. So it he brings her into this you know, big family almost of just people. His best friend has sickle cell, and or a couple of his best friends have sickle cell, and their their significant others also have sickle cell. So it's a very you know rocky love story because it covers again relationships. It covers siblings. It covers long lost family. It's so much that it unpacks. That's why if I showed it, it's a very thick book. However, it's a page turner. It really is, and it goes into so much real issues that sickle cell patients run into and have. Um, but it is a fictional story. It's I have characters that you know I use people that are in my life who also have sickle cell as
Mhm.
a base for those characters, and I just kind of did character development into something just beautiful. And I keep getting hounded and threatened for part two, so I guess I did something right.
Because I see there's uh, Dior, and then because Dior is running away from Nate, I could tell.
Yes,
And then we have Jarrell and Tina, Mika and Charles,
yes,
Robin and Chad,
yes.
and am I missing a couple?
Um. Okay, you just named. I feel like there's one missing. Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
because Robin was in like a, it was more like a, you know, she didn't know who to choose at first type situation, and so she was with someone else, and yeah. So and then, there's your sister, and well, her long lost sister that she ended up finding. So it like I said, it's a lot of different characters. It's a complex story, but it's very easy to understand. It's very relatable. It's something that actually dives into just what it's like to have sickle cell, what it's like to try to be in love and have sickle cell, what it's like to try to be a parent and have sickle cell, the mistakes you make, the the way friendships kind of go from amazing to what is this, it covers so much that at the end of the day, I'm this is something I'm truly proud of because I know there is, even though it's a fictional story, there's a lot of truth to it. So
Okay.
yeah.
Understandable. So, as an author, how did you how did you deal with stressful situations with your characters in this book?
So okay, there is a favorite part of this story where a lot of people love it because there are times when these main characters are victimized in certain ways, but then there are times when they stand up. And so in one of the I can one of the parts of the books, uh Dior and Tina, they go and they take a bat to someone's house, and them it's not all violent, but I guess the way that it was set up to that point, they some people might say that that character may have deserved it. And so with that being said,
Oh, I know who it is now. Yeah, he deserved.
huh?
Just by the synopsis I read, he deserved it. Hmm.
Oh,
If it's the
Nate got
character
something
one,
else coming to him. That they definitely did something to Nate, but it was another character actually who is just it's a friendship. It's a friendship that goes really, really, really sour. Jealousy, envy, and things, and just doing things to sabotage a person and just their whole life. So once that came out, it was just kind of like, get up, let's go. We finna
ah,
go. We riding. Like, what? Like, we ride at dawn. Yes. Like, okay.
yes, don't ask no questions. Get in, close the door, and just look forward. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right. So and it just shows that, that camaraderie, that sisterhood, that, you go through so much. You could even argue and fall out with someone, but that the love and the relationship is still solid. So, you know, I'm willing to go to jail and take a charge for you, girl.
you know, we all have had or have or will have that one. Even
Yep.
my 10-year-old has her best friend in her phone. Y'all, this chick has the girl's name in her phone as my ride or die. What you know about that at 10 years old? But I've seen these two in action.
Right. Right.
And I was like, yeah, that's what, y'all, no.
I'm
So,
telling you, it gets like that. So it,
yes.
it does. It goes there and back. It really does. It's a very emotional, very just it takes you through all the emotions, through happiness. You laugh with them, you cry with them, you get mad with them. You feel like you with them with the bat, like everything is just like, oh, okay. So I'm very
So,
proud of this story. Yeah.
when you published this story and you got that book in your hand, Shapes, and you had your baby in your hand, how did it feel once you had that completed project?
It was like nothing I ever could like. It was almost like when I had my own child. I felt almost the same exact way. It was kind of like, because I had been writing since I was 7 years old. So I think I published Shapes. Uh, I might have been 31, somewhere around that. And so it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time to have that physical representation of the hard work, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the times that I would sit there for hours and hours and hours writing. And so it just felt amazing. It really
Okay.
did.
So, what is your writing environment like? I know some authors say they go sit in their car. Some authors say I have to sit in a quiet place. Some authors say they have to listen to certain music. But what is your writing space? How does it lay out?
Um, I think it just depends. My perfect, like, writing moment would be at the beach. I love writing at the beach.
Ooh,
Like
yes.
the waves, the water, or give me a lake. Give me something that's just quiet and secluded, and I could just sit there and write, and I could just hear the water. That is perfect. That is literally like almost heaven. So that, but like the typical writing for me would be at a desk. It's silent, or I could be listening to music. Sometimes I listen to music depending on like the mood the characters are in.
Hmm.
So it helps me to kind of, bring that out a little bit more. Um, so as long as I have some music and a desk or a table and a pen, I like physically writing it out first and then I type it. That's just how I've always been. So yeah, that's pretty much my whole. That's what I do.
So you like to physically write it first. So when you go back and type what you wrote, are you sometimes shocked of what you wrote? You be like, "Did I
Yeah,
write that? Does that ever come over you?"
yeah, yeah, definitely. Cause sometimes I'm like, how did I even? Cause sometimes I challenge myself. Like, I'll have a idea, and I'm like, I wonder if I can do that. And where could I take my imagination in this part of the story? And so I'll just literally lose myself in the story. And by the time I'm going back to type it out and I'm reading it, I'm like, wow, whoa, this is amazing.
That is what is up. Okay, I can see that. So your cover. Let's go back to this cover.
Mhm.
Big congrats in designing it yourself.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
Thank
How
you.
did you come out? How did you come up with the idea of your actual cover?
So as you can see, they're actually sickle cells. The hearts, the top of the hearts are sickle cells. So I wanted to incorporate the shape. Everything is about the shape of what sickle cell kind of causes. It's a ripple effect. So I took the shape of you know our cells, the people who have sickle cell, and I put it into those hearts because we do have a very unique way of loving, and we love people very, 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 very deeply. So I just kind of wanted to put that into a visual form. And I feel like I did an okay job.
You did do an. You didn't do it okay. You did a great job. You did a
Oh,
great
thank
job.
you, thank you,
So,
thank
so
you.
remember backstage, I told you I had those fun questions.
Yes, I
Yeah.
remember.
Are you ready for them?
I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. Let's talk about Robin and Chad. So
Okay.
now we, Miss Filmmaker, we have to make this film about the book stars. Shapes, I'm sorry. But we need to get some stars to play in shapes. So, first question.
Hmm.
Who would play Robin if Robin was an R&B diva? And why did you choose that person?
That's a good question. So, fun fact: before I published this book, I put it out on Wattpad first, and the way Wattpad works is you can use actual pictures, right? And so
Okay.
what I did was I actually used sickle cell warriors or different people that I knew, um, who were into music and stuff like that. And so Robin, although you're asking me like who famous would I choose, I probably would still choose the person that I asked to use her photos because she has sickle cell. She's a model, she's an actress, and she's very beautiful. Her name is Marlene Ross, and she is like gorgeous. And every time I see Robin, I just see her because that's who I used for those
All right.
photos. Yeah,
Oh, she is pretty.
yeah.
Okay. So now who would play Chad?
Chad. Hmm. I think Chad. I'm trying to think of someone younger. um, because I did use File Iniko. He's a rapper. No, that's not Chad. I'm sorry, but oh, Chad. I think I would use like what is his name? Lance Gross. I would use someone like him. Or um
That chocolate drop. Oh.
yes. I'm trying to think of his name. That's why it's like leaving me. Uh
What did he play in? Maybe I can help you out.
okay. He plays in um he plays in P Valley. The one that was the
Down
security
with that.
guard. I can't
Oh
think of his name.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, something like that.
Mm. What was his name? Okay, his name is Tyler Lepele.
Yes, Liberty,
Lepley.
likely, some yeah.
Yes. Oh Lord. I'm sorry. I'm still mad at P Valley because we've waited on season 3 for how long? Since
we
COVID?
we not finna get those season 3.
The valley been on dried up by now, okay?
I know. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
It's like, come on. And matter of fact, it ended on his storyline because he got
Mm-hmm.
kidnapped. Come on, P
Yep.
Valley, do me a favor.
Like you can't leave us off like that on all
I
the
mean,
people.
don't do that. That's just wrong. And murder and oh, that just oh. Focus trees. Focus.
It did like that because that's why I did. I was like, let me. I couldn't think of his name, and I'm like, I don't. If I start going off into, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we got another question from the hot seat.
Okay.
I have Lifetime on the line. They love the book. They love the way you turned the book into a movie. So they would like to do a biopic on you. Who would you give the honor of playing you and why?
Well, I would have to say I would just say Taraji because I love her so much, like so much. I've always wanted to work with Taraji P Henson, and so I know she's older, but she has the look. She can look younger. She looks the same from when she played in Baby Boy. So it would just because I know she knows how to capture emotions and go there and really like lose herself in the role, but still capture the essence of what she's meant to capture. So I think that would be my first choice for like the older me.
Okay. All right. Well, see, the questions weren't that bad, were they?
No, not at all. Not at all. This
But
was
we are
fun.
coming, we're coming to the end of our show, and we would like to know how we can follow you on all your social medias. We have the information scrolling at the bottom of the screen, but can you tell us like anything you have coming out, book signings? You say you're a videographer.
Filmmaker.
There you go. And I can never say the words correctly. Can you tell us anything you want us to know? Just give us the rundown.
Sure, yes. I'm Shabrian Howard on most of social media or Shabrian the Advocate. You can also find me on shabriantheadvocate.com. I'm also on TikTok under Chef Shay Made It because I'm also a chef. I do a lot. Listen. Um, so, what I have coming up is I'm starting to do Impact Thursdays, which will be a live panel discussion about just the impact of sickle cell advocacy and, where we are, where we're going, and where we need to be, basically. So I'm so excited about that. I have a beautiful lineup of people, of wonderful, amazing advocates who if I started naming who I have, it's like crazy to me. And I also have, as I stated before, I have a magazine coming out, issue two, which is this is the first issue here. I just show it a little bit. So it's a sickle cell themed magazine, and so issue two will be out. I know you can barely see it, but yeah, issue two will be out, and um, also I have Ride or Die that is out, and I would like people to please purchase this book because I want to put out part two for people. There is a part two. That one's already written. Part two of Shapes is not, but this one has a part two already. And I would love to put it out, but I want people to buy part one. So, yeah. And also, again, I do have Shapes that's out, and I also have The Deepest Parts of Me, which is my poetry collection. I named it that because my poetry is literally the deepest parts of me. So uh, I just put it out on paper, and I'm actually going to be putting out the special edition to that one later this year as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Well, y'all see, she is telling you guys to go get Ride or Die. We will have that. That's the one that's actually in her flyer piece. But look, you got all her information at the bottom. She has a website. Her books are found on Amazon. She has the magazine. She has a YouTube page. All those links you see scrolling at the bottom of the page. So you go ahead and you can pause it and get the information you need, or she has it in her LinkedIn, which I'm gonna add your LinkedIn to this too, so they can have that also. But
Okay.
before we leave, what would you like to say to your old readers, your new readers, and the readers you will gain after this podcast?
I would like to say to my old readers, thank you so much for staying with me through it all, through the uncertainty, through the insecurity of not, wanting to put out my work for so long. I didn't want to put my work out, and then I just did it. And so, yes, thank you for being patient. Thank you for being kind. Thank you for your support. Thank you for always encouraging me to keep going. Um, it truly means a lot to me. It really does. I also want to thank the new readers who are just finding me and not knowing quite yet how crazy my stories can get. But once you get to the end, you know, you will want more. So that is a promise that I keep. I keep my word on that. I'm very serious about wanting people to know, just want to know more and want to have more of those stories and those characters. I take my time to develop and to cultivate the characters in a way that means a lot to people. So, uh, thank you for coming on this journey with me, and also for those who will come on this journey. Buckle up, because I'm just getting started, and it's fun over here. So, just know that I'm very entertaining, and I'm very passionate about what I do, and I just love it. There's a very sincere love that I have for writing. So, and you can tell with my work. So yeah.
Well, you heard it from her first, you guys. Thank you for joining us tonight. You guys go grab Shapes and go grab Ride or Die. They both are out now. Make sure you follow her on all your social media platforms. And before we end the show tonight, I want to send my heartfelt condolences to one of the members of the crew with the loss of her son. Black Diamond, do know that we love you, my family, the whole crew. We're praying for you. You have our thoughts and prayers, and we standing behind you, baby girl. You guys, it's another Tuesday night, a new author and a new book. Go grab it. And I'm going to see you guys next week, Tuesday. I actually do not have any more shows this week. That's kind of shocking. But next week, I got two. And one of them I am so excited about. I've been trying to get this author on my show for the longest. And my literary baby daddy finally agreed. So y'all want to stay tuned on next week, Thursday. But you guys have a great night. Remember, there's no such thing as an old book because not everybody has read every book. Good night, everyone. Bye.